And I think that as leaders, the challenge is how do you provide um, the necessary level of protection while also delivering on other objectives that come to you from the organization. And a big piece of that is being fiscally conservative. Every organization is being asked to do more with less. And I
Yeah.
think there's just this relentless pursuit to prioritize because we don't have enough hours in the day. We don't have enough money in the budget. And so there's a necessary task that all leaders have to really look at their tool set and ask themselves the hard questions of do I have the right tools to provide the coverage that I need? And what changes do I need to make today? And what do I need to plan for, in the next 12 to 18 months?
I want to come back to the part of your statement there, which is to the do I have the right tools for the coverage that I need? Which I feel like there's a whole lot behind just that coverage that I need. Who can answer that part of the question? But before we get there, Justin, any comments on why tools optimization is a necessary topic today?
Yeah, Matt hit it on the head. We commonly see this on our side, and it comes down to cybersecurity essentially is a below the line function. They're not necessarily seen as a cost enabler. They're centered around preventing this hypothetical breach when quantifying that from a leadership perspective to your leaders is hard. So cybersecurity is often centered around the ask, the monetary ask, the people ask, the process ask. And it often leads to, if we look at the cybersecurity market, I think it comes out that most organizations have about 60 to 70 separate cybersecurity software centered around about 10 to 15 vendors. That's
Yeah.
sprawl. And that's sprawl and that's cost. And if you don't have a strategy, and if you aren't aligned to it, it's going to draw down your organization. It's going to be get a hamper. And that's why you're seeing these vendors shift their strategy to a more, hey, come to us for that platformization approach. Come to us to help us rationalize your ecosystem because it's a heavy hitting topic. As Matt said, we're
Yeah.
drawing down costs. And from a cybersecurity perspective, it's hard to depict that value when you're consistently being hampered by the cybersecurity market and the four letter acronyms buy this, buy that, buy this.
Well, where do you guys, either one of you could take this first, but in your interaction with customers and with clients, where is their head at? Is this something that they already realize and you're just helping them put words to it? Or is it something you're having to wake people up and say, hey, you need to slow down, take a pause and reassess. And we'll go through how to potentially do that in a certain order.
A lot of what we see customers already realize it, but the challenge is they don't know how, they don't have necessarily the strategy to overcome. Having software and
Mhm.
toolset sprawl it's a difficult hurdle because you start to have team and process and people identities centered around the software instead of the service. So when it comes to rationalizing the tool set and dealing with vendors that want to push the platformization approach, it's not just a simple fact of adopting a new technology. It's adopting new people, new processes, retraining, and actually changing team identities that we're finding. If you have a team in your organization that's called the CrowdStrike team, imagine going to them and saying, we need to shift strategy. It gets hard. It gets hard
Yeah.
because the identity is based on what the platform used to be. Now, take that across potentially 60 different cybersecurity software vendors. That's where the difficulty gets in. And that's where the strategy needs to be had.